Hello guys, my name is Ali Reza Saifi or Ilyas. This is a still life render I used to create using 3ds Max and Fstorm. I posted it on a Fstorm group almost a few months ago and many people liked it. So I wanted to make a tutorial about it. This is not in fact a complete making of. The main purpose is focusing on shading, lighting, render setup, textures, and finally post-production in order to reach the feeling of in fact, traditional painting using a 3D software. So let's get started. First, I wanted to show you some of my works here on my online portfolio. You can find them here on ArtStation. You can see my architecture visualization works, my industrial design works, my environment works. For example, this one is my last work. Or I also have sort of older works I did almost during past 10 years ago. These are my older works, architectural works. You can see them as well there. Or my new Archviz works here, like this. Or this work. Okay. So for this project, first let me introduce you the resources that I use for the project. The render engine is naturally a Fstorm render. You can download it as trial and use it. And if you liked it, you can also buy the license. It's not expensive. Something like $20 per month. It's very strong GPU-based render engine with a very low memory consumption. I guess it's almost the fastest render engine for 3ds Max, in my opinion. Right, for the resources and materials, I sometimes use CGMood website. They have really pretty good amount of resources, everything, materials, textures, objects, scenes, everything. I mostly use their materials. I can myself create the materials, but because I'm very patient, so I prefer to download the materials. But of course, if needed, I will create them myself. And for some objects here, for example, the bird or the plants or fruits, I bought these models from two different resources. The bird and plants, I bought them from Megascans. I'll show you here. Yeah, Quixel Megascans. The Bridge program you can download and you can buy a subscription and then use the assets here. So for example, for the bread, I used this one. And for the plants, I used this one. Yeah, I used this one. You can download them directly into your scene in 3ds Max and start using them. Here, these plants. Yeah, this is their website, Quicksand Megascans. I'm sure many people know about it. And for the HDRI, I naturally use HDRI Heaven. I used one of their forest image, I guess forest HDRI images. For the scene lights, I used one of these HDRI studio maps. I will show you later. This one. And for the wood texture, I use the fine wood texture from texture.com. And also some of the other textures I use from this website. I will show you just the wood. Yeah, I used fine wood. Yeah, you can find them all here. They have pretty good amount of wood textures. You can use them all. Right. And finally for the fruits, I used, I guess, one of the sets from CG Trader. It's a good place to start for 3D scanned models or self-made objects. Here. And also the orange, I used this one from Megascans. Orange. This one. Right. Yeah, these are the resources I can recommend. Now let's jump back to the image